Hello, welcome to the show. It's Thanksgiving, the day before Thanksgiving. What year is this? 2019. So this is our second. We've done a Thanksgiving show before. Do you remember last year's Thanksgiving show?
I don't think so.
My name's Calvin Clark. This is Anna Marie. She was on with her brothers last Thanksgiving. Come on.
That was on Thanksgiving?
I think it was the Thanksgiving show, I do believe. And this is Selah, our mascot dog, Selah. She's come for the treat. She knows when it's time to show up. But we're going to get to Thanksgiving traditions today. Here, get down. We're going to talk about some Thanksgiving traditions and see how your traditions line up with everybody else's traditions, and give everybody a chance to figure that out. Selah's looking for a treat, so let's give her. Here, have that. Go away. She'll be back. She knows there's a second treat coming when she comes back. So she will be back. We do want to say hello to Ida. This is Ida coming in from Illinois, so we'll bring her into the show. Hey, there's Ruth. Hello, Ruth.
Good to be here.
Yeah. Anna Marie is my daughter. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself? Got something to say?
Well, I just started occupational therapy school, so I graduated from Messiah College, and I am going to be in occupational therapy school for a couple years now at the University of Pittsburgh.
Anna Marie's a behind-the-scenes consultant to the show. Lots of times I ask for advice, or she's running stuff, so it's nice to have you on the show. And here's Ida. Hello, Ida.
Hi, everybody. Welcome.
Hello.
A little bit earlier, Kathy was saying that there was no sound. I want to make sure that there is sound, but say it again if you can't hear us for some reason. Lots of people saying hello, huh? There's Rob. But Ida's not to your left. No, she's not. She's not. That is not Ida. But so let's hop right into the to the main material here. I've got so many windows, Ida. How am I going to keep track of all these? I'm going to have to pop you in and out, I think, every once in a while. So
just pop me out.
So here we'll go over to the quiz now. This is there's 8 questions. Anna Marie hasn't seen them. Nobody, Ida hasn't seen them. Only I've seen them. You guys haven't seen them. So we're just going to ask some questions. Hi, welcome back. Here, have this. Did you finish that? Yep. There she goes. So we just have a couple of questions that we want to ask about Thanksgiving. We want to see how your traditions line up and maybe start the conversation. I would be interested, just to begin, anything you want to put out there as far as what are your traditions. Thanks, Rob. Thanks for confirming that we're good. We were paranoid about that because just even 2 weeks ago we messed up the sound. So
it happens.
I do see it on my screen. But it's nice to have the confirmation from the listeners, from the live listeners. So, what percent? So this is about traditions. See how your traditions measure up with other people's traditions. What percent say the attire for their Thanksgiving celebration is casual or very casual? Casual or very casual? Is it less than 10%? Is it from 10 to 50%? Is it from 50% to 90%? Or is it greater than 90%? That's So question 1, so you should say 1, A, B, C, or D. Because we're going to have 8 different questions. We want to make sure we don't. So when you answer, say number 1 and then give the answer that you think it is. So do you think most of them are casual?
So I feel like I always think of it as casual, but I do usually dress up.
Do you?
Yeah.
What's dress up mean for you?
Like wear a skirt and a nice shirt or something.
How about you, Ida? Are your meals casual?
Our Thanksgiving meals are casual. Yeah.
Rob. Wait, Rob has 1 and 2 up here. 1, 2. But I think he means B. So Rob's saying B.
Yeah, and there's lots of C's.
And lots of C's coming.
So some people think that it's that some people do have it less casual than others. Let's take a look at the answer. All right. The answer is actually 94%.
Wow.
Almost all Thanksgivings are casual, and I think even as a kid, when I was young, we were still pretty casual.
Guess you have to wear stretchy pants so you can so you can eat a lot.
All right, let's keep moving on. Let's go to question number 2. Question number 2. What percent say if they dropped the turkey on the floor, they would still serve it? What percent of people, if they drop the turkey, are going to serve it anyway? What would you do, Ida?
When did they? Is this like once it's cooked?
Yeah, after when you're taking it out of the oven, it's very heavy, it's very easy and slippery, so it's very easy to drop it on the floor. Not that I've ever dropped it on the floor before.
I don't know about that.
But I can tell you a lot of unsavory things happen in that cutting room.
Oh man!
Have you ever dropped
I dust
turkey?
it off and serve it.
What's that?
I dust it off and serve it. After all that work.
Are your floors dusty?
Well, that's a true confession. Just rinse it off. There's that whole 5-second rule. If you can scoop it up within 5 seconds and nobody knows the difference.
Yeah. What would you do? Although, see, here's the thing. If it happens and your kitchen is anywhere accessible to the room, it's not like it's going to be like everyone's going to, like you're going to hear the screaming.
That's true. There would be some expletives, yeah.
And then you can all decide together if it's worth eating or not.
Yeah.
You just
well, that's a whole other
scream
question.
and say.
Do you serve it? Do you tell people? Or do you just... lots of people saying a lot would, huh? A lot would
Rob
give.
says the 5-second rule.
Yeah, nobody has any qualms. So it sounds to me like we're about 100%, doesn't it?
Well, if it's Thanksgiving, it's all family and friends.
Yeah,
That's
it
right.
is a lot of work and it takes a lot of time. It would be
hours to make. Let's see what the survey.
I
I mean, we surveyed more than 2,000 people for this particular survey.
Yeah.
So let's see what the 2,000 people say. It's 75% say that they would. 41% say that if it hits the floor, they aren't even going to tell their guests. And 34% say they would tell their they would serve the turkey, but let the guests know.
Tell them, yeah.
4% said they'd order pizza.
Oh my! Forget this.
All right. How about the next? It's family and friends. That's how it works, right? So let's see what the next one.
It'd be a fun story.
Oh yeah, I know it's happened. I'll bet you people here have had it. So Ida, you've never actually dropped one?
I've never dropped one. No. And I was a waitress for many years, and I'm very attuned to serving food that's touched places it shouldn't have. But in this case, since it's family and friends, I'd probably go for it.
Well, at my parent-in-law's, at Linda's family, we would take the turkey downstairs. So the kitchen wasn't very big, and it was attached to the steps to the basement. So after the turkey was cooked, Linda's dad would take the turkey downstairs and he would carve it down there because it's noisy and that sort of thing. Wow. And I promise you some unsavory things happened in that basement. Okay, so I just gave you the answer.
Aww.
Didn't I? Did you see it already? After turkey, which of the following do people consider the most essential? The most essential food for Thanksgiving after turkey. What do you, for you? What's the most essential food after?
So for the Clark family, I'd say mashed potatoes.
We do.
We go pretty crazy.
We like
for
our
some
mashed
potatoes.
How about you, Ida?
Definitely mashed potatoes.
Is your thing.
Yes. I have a story about mashed potatoes. For when I first got married and went to my in-laws for Thanksgiving, they had instant mashed potatoes, which I was appalled. So after I expressed my opinion, every year after that, it was my job to bring regular mashed potatoes. So it started out, I'd do 5 pounds of potatoes, then 10 pounds, then 15 pounds. I was up to 20 pounds of potatoes by the time we ended.
That's a lot.
So yeah, mashed potatoes.
So now, Rob says stuffing, and we lean mashed potatoes in this group.
Yeah,
apparently.
and then Kristen says gravy.
Gravy. Yeah, I mean, gravy is a pretty essential component.
You got to put it on everything.
Yeah. If you don't have gravy, what do you put on the top of everything? So for question number 3, let's see what the answer is. I already gave it once, but we'll show it this time again. The answer is stuffing. 28% actually. 28% said the stuffing was the essential. No one knows what cranberries are because they weren't part of the survey. They didn't show up on the survey. Gravy was only 3%, and mashed potatoes was 15%. So close, but still, almost half the other score.
I feel like a lot of people are like aversive to cranberries
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah. And people, it's such hard work to make cranberries, but yeah, maybe cranberries. I still think cranberries, like when you have like if you're going to have a Thanksgiving sandwich,
A leftover sandwich.
Yeah, it's got cranberries on it. Like that's part of it. That's what makes it Thanksgiving. Otherwise, it's just turkey. Okay, what % of Americans secretly dislike a classic Thanksgiving food? Oh, maybe this is your secretly dislike a Thanksgiving food, but eat it anyway because of tradition.
Okay, everybody hates turkey.
Everybody hates turkey.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't hate turkey.
That's what I think.
So everybody but me.
I think a bunch of people hate turkey and they just eat it because they're supposed to.
So what % dislike some food but eat it anyway?
I feel like that's got to be high.
Is there something you dislike? Something?
Yes, turkey.
Okay, so you don't like turkey, but do you eat turkey?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't mind it. I don't hate it, but
how about you?
I wouldn't choose it ever.
How about you, Ida? Is there a Thanksgiving food that you don't like that you still eat?
Not really. There used to be. I used to not like sweet potatoes, but I decided I really do like sweet potatoes. So I like the entire Thanksgiving feast.
Yeah. So it seems like, but there's two parts to this, right? It's both. I can't think of a Thanksgiving food I don't like.
Well, you like food. You like all food.
No, there's some foods I don't like. I can't think of one Thanksgiving food, and even some odd ones. I mean, there's traditional foods, right? And there are some weird ones that show up. I'm interested. What are your traditional? What are the traditional foods that you eat? I'll tell you one that we have, and I don't know if we're still making it. Again, this is Linda's family, but they had these little tiny onions. Mm-hmm. They were like creamed onions. They're made with a white sauce, and they were
super buttery.
And, yeah, lots of butter, and they're literally like tiny onions, and they would fight over those. Like they were literally like the bowl was not too big of them, and they'd pass it around, and they would like it wouldn't always make it all the way around.
Look, Rob eats chicken instead of turkey.
Doesn't even eat turkey.
That's what I would do.
Ida, do you have a food? While we're answering this about the %, is there so you like every type? How about some of the desserts? Are all the desserts your favorite? Like how about mincemeat pie?
Oh, I don't like mincemeat pie.
Me either. It doesn't even sound like it's tradition.
A good. I don't even know what that is.
What mincemeat pie is?
I just. Yeah. Mm.
Mincemeat pie is basically like raisin pie, isn't it?
It's kind of like raisin pie. It was one of my mom and dad's favorites, but no.
Pearl onions. That's it. That's Kristen.
She got
little pearl onions, and we used to fight over those, and I love them. So there's.
Someone at my work the other day just told me about their Thanksgiving tradition. They make stuffing balls. So they take stuffing and put some egg in it to make it stick together, and then they just put it in gravy, and they just cook it in like a big pot of gravy, so it's like mushy.
Oh.
That doesn't sound so good to me.
No, it does. It sounds great to me. Yeah, a little mushy. Okay, let's see what we got here. So the question though is, what percentage of Americans secretly dislike? Secretly. See, there's a lot of little caveats. Secretly dislike a classic Thanksgiving food, but eat it anyway because of tradition. And the answer is 68%.
I thought it would be
a high majority of people do, but they eat it anyway because they're polite. And it's Thanksgiving, and you want to give thanks for the things that you that have come to your table. All right, next question. Which is the most popular type of pie? Which of these 4 is the most popular type of pie, not just for me, because it wouldn't be mincemeat for me, but
I feel like it's got to be pumpkin.
There is Kristen, she couldn't have answered that fast. She must have been
talking about something else.
She must have been saying that she doesn't like mincemeat pie. Which is the most popular type of pie?
Maybe
Question
she was
5.
saying her mom makes mincemeat pie.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, one of the traditions that.
I feel like it's got to be pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
It's not my favorite, but I feel like it's the most popular.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
When I was a kid, it was always apple pie. We always had apple pie.
So what is mincemeat pie?
You want to weigh in on this, Ida?
I definitely think.
What's that? You think it's apple?
No.
Hey,
I
Selah,
pumpkin.
come here. Come here. The neighbor is coming home. Come here. Come here.
Come here.
You can't bark outside.
Come here.
No, I definitely think it's pumpkin pie. I'm with Anna Marie. When you think Thanksgiving, you think pumpkin pie. Yeah. So I'm going to say pumpkin pie.
Because that's what you're supposed to think, right?
That's what you're supposed to think. Are you going to throw up? Is it going to be pecan pie?
There's probably a bunch of people who don't like it, and they eat it anyway because they have to.
Well, we've learned that. I actually have the statistic on that. I might have to look it up. I'm not sure whether I have it here or not. But some people are saying C, so we're getting lots of C's, right? C's and B's. We think it's pumpkin. And the answer is...
Apple.
Oops, I didn't redden it. It is pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie, 31%. And pecan pie and apple pie are tied for 18%, and no one knows anyone who likes mincemeat. Okay, next one. What percent of Americans eat pie on Thanksgiving? I don't think my sons like pie.
They don't. But I feel
or
like
cake.
Everybody else in the whole entire world does. You gotta count out... Oh, no, because everyone cheats their diets on Thanksgiving. I say more than 90%. I'm going all in.
Really? You're another big... This is a big winner for you. Everyone eats pie, except for David and Nathan.
They're the odd ones out.
Ida?
I don't know. So since I don't know, my typical response is, if you don't know, choose B. So
B.
I choose B.
Ida says it's between 10 and 50%.
That's it. Come on.
Am I letting you down, Anna Marie? I'm sorry. I'm thinking it's B.
Well, inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah.
There you go. So, yeah, so that makes sense. Kristen's mom makes the pie because it's her dad's favorite, right? And he's the one mincemeat pie eater in the world.
The only one. Okay, the answers are rolling in. We got a C from Rob and a C from John Zulko, and a B from Mary Lou.
So lots of people sort of think it's high, but in the middle. But the answer
All
is
right!
more than 94% again. Eat pie. Everybody eats pie. That's the idea, to eat pie on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
If you didn't, it would be unpatriotic.
So now I can
That's
tell
right.
David and Nathan that.
What? You tell them. Polite people eat foods they don't like anyway. 68%
of them.
Yep. What traditional foods do people like the least?
Oh, we already talked about
what
this
traditional foods? Yeah, you said it was cranberries, didn't you?
Well, I said turkey originally.
Oh, turkey. That's right. You said turkey. Yeah.
I also talked about a lot of people hate the canned cranberry sauce.
What traditional? What the amazing thing about the canned cranberry sauce is, no one even cuts it into cubes.
It's just the slices.
It's just a can. It looks like a can.
I love it. I eat that stuff up. I don't even care that it's all processed.
Oh my. I did. So you like all traditional foods, right? That's where you weighed in on this one.
Well, except, see, in my house, green bean casserole is not a traditional food. I don't like green bean casserole, so I wouldn't make it. I make fresh
I
green
think
beans.
green bean casserole is considered a classic Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It's got those little onion things on the top of it, right?
That was
Yes.
that was one of the first dishes I ever learned to make.
Really?
Oh,
That's cool. So, did you make it? Are you making it for Thanksgiving this year?
I don't know, but
Maybe. Maybe. I don't think that's a big tradition for us. I go
I
go to
know.
my sister's house and she has everything there.
She has everything.
So,
The tradition that I like is the Jello dish that Aunt Pat always makes.
oh, strawberry with like sour cream in it. No, not sour cream. Cream cheese.
It's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one. I agree.
Okay, got
I'm
lots of
getting hungry for more.
C's. So the
So
cranberry
cranberry.
sauce.
Lots of people apparently. So
I could go with that,
yeah, but you love the cranberry sauce.
but I know that people hate it.
I love it too.
Because I end up getting a lot of it because everybody hates
Yeah,
it.
I'm all for it. I really like it. So I'm all about the cranberry sauce. Or what about just regular Would you rather have
Oh, I
cranberry
love-
sauce or regular cranberries? Like
I guess I'd probably
Cooked
rather have
cranberries.
regular cranberry sauce. One time we made it and it was so terrible because it was so sour. We kept adding buckets and buckets of sugar and nothing could make it.
make it sweet
It
enough.
was terrible. Eventually, I think we just threw it away.
What's your preference, Ida? Cranberries in a can or cranberries like cooked cranberries, smushy? What do you, I don't know
I
what you call them.
like cranberry relish. So
Yeah, that's what I mean,
Yeah.
like a cranberry relish.
Clumpy. I
yeah,
think
so
it's
cooked
clumpy.
cranberries, but but not can shaped cranberries.
Yeah. Ruth is only into the freshly cooked mincemeat, freshly cooked cranberries. So I wonder if that means that Ruth would say that canned cranberry sauce is a traditional food
She
that people
said
like
A.
to use.
I think she said A and B for this one.
Okay, well the answer is C. 29% of people do not like canned cranberry sauce, and then the green bean casserole is second, 24%. Pumpkin pie though. Look at
up
that.
there.
21% don't like it,
I
even though
thought.
it's so.
So 90%.
Don't talk about religion or politics or whether you like pumpkin pie.
So over 90% of people eat pumpkin pie, but 21% of people don't like it.
No, only 90 over 90% eat pie.
Oh, it doesn't have to be pumpkin
Yeah,
pie.
there's also apple
Yeah,
and
that
pecan
makes
pie
sense.
and key lime. I like key lime pie, by the way. Not that anybody cares.
I feel like that's not a very
Thanks for
common
sharing.
Thanksgiving.
I get it on Thanksgiving every once in a while. I see it there. Okay, this is question 8, which is the last question in our survey. Find out how you compare to the traditions of others. What percentage of Americans would rather give up their phone for a month
Wow. This is interesting.
than host a Thanksgiving dinner? I think people
Ooh.
do not like to host Thanksgiving dinners.
No way.
It's
Not
a
chance.
rare thing, the person who really likes to host
Super
it.
stressful.
But what percent would give up their phone for a month to not have to?
Nobody wants to do that either.
This, by the way, the survey, the 2,000 people that we surveyed in October. So this isn't like 2 years ago.
coming.
This is right now. This is all true.
Right.
I don't know. I guess maybe B. I don't know. This is a tough one.
What do you think, Ida? Is it? Do you think a lot of people would give up their phone, or hardly any?
I think hardly anybody would give up their phone. I selected A. I think as much as it's difficult to host a Thanksgiving dinner, I would do it in a heartbeat so I could keep my phone.
There were quite a few. We did quite a few millennial questions in this survey that I didn't. Millennials are more likely, for instance, to not serve turkey. So anyway, what percentage would rather? What are people saying here? John says that, Mary Lou and John don't answer, don't agree on these Thanksgiving questions very often, I've noticed.
Oh, man.
So a lot of B's. Is that what we're seeing?
B's. Joel says C.
Yeah. I mean, it is a question. Maybe I tricked you by making the question on there. Would you give up your phone, Ida, or host? I
would host. No doubt.
Kathy is also cooking. Would you give up your phone? How about you?
I would host.
Would you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You wouldn't mind. You're not like addicted to your phone like most people are.
No, but I wouldn't mind hosting, and it would be a rather large inconvenience to not have my phone.
Yeah. Wow. Got lots of hosts hanging around. All right. Let's see.
What is it?
The answer is 29%. It's a pretty high, just as you would expect. It's a lot. People would give it up. So the answer is B.
It takes a lot for people to give up their phones, so that's no.
Yeah, I'm good. Someday we'll do a show just on a survey of what people would rather do: give up their phone or. Oh my!
Are those all the pies that she makes?
Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like. See, they are making the statistics themselves. They're coming up with the statistics all themselves by creating every type of pie. We have 2 pie non-eaters. They make 2 pies for each person. All right. Well, that's our little quiz for the day. And now we'll move into the rest of the show. And the rest of the show includes Miss Ida. Ida, you're going to do your saying of the week for us. Will you do that?
Sure, I'd be happy to. I wanted to pick something that had to do with Thanksgiving, and as we think about our blessings this time of year, and always, it's important to remember the power of simply being grateful and your attitude about what you do have. So the saying is this: gratitude can transform common days into Thanksgiving, turn routine jobs into joy, and change ordinary opportunities into blessings. It's from William Arthur Ward, and I think it's a beautiful saying, and it's a good, gentle reminder to be grateful for what we have.
A lot of my Thanksgiving questions were the opposite of gratitude. They're the things people don't like.
That's true.
But so thanks for the reminder, Ida, that Thanksgiving is about being grateful and being appreciative to the Creator and to one another
right
in life. So thanks, Ida. Let's do the joke of the day. I brought my other sister in to the joke of the day because she's doing Thanksgiving tomorrow, so I know she's not watching right now. So we're using her picture. Actually, she's been in line.
You're safe.
She's been in line for like 3 weeks, and we keep interrupting it with 1 week we didn't do the joke, the next week we put somebody else in. I can't remember why, but here's the joke of the day. It's my sister. It's my sister Pat, Patricia Kowalski, and so here's what Pat has to say to us. I heard the joke of the week might end after Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
That's what she heard. There's been talk about it ending after Thanksgiving. I said it shouldn't end cold turkey. How about that? A joke of the week? That's like relevant and everything.
You know, someone just a couple days ago said something about ending something cold turkey, and they were we were like at a Thanksgiving party, and so I was like still on the turkey track, and I was like cold turkey, and I didn't understand what they were saying. So this joke happened in real life to me.
What were you going to say, Ida?
I asked you, did you make that one up yourself? You know that I love your jokes, Cal.
They're not my jokes. This was my sister Patricia speaking. I was talking to her about Thanksgiving, and I was talking to her about the joke of the week. And everyone that I talk to, Ida, says they love the joke of the week. You're the only one.
We're talking to different people.
I just saw lots of things flash across the screen that might suggest otherwise.
Thanks, Anna Marie. It's, he doesn't see those as they speed by sometimes. He has to do research to get jokes that make us groan like that. So,
Rob
and
picked
we're
up.
very happy that Pat is busy.
Rob picked up that Pat has a Polish name. Rob is always attuned to the Polish. I wonder, Rob, do you have like pierogies? Are there any Polish Thanksgiving traditions, like a turkey pierogi or a mashed potato pierogi or a mashed potato and stuffing and gravy pierogi? Like, I think,
interesting.
like you were sort of on that, where you take the stuffing and cook it into gravy. All you gotta do is wrap a
little noodle around it,
and it's a pierogi. All right, let's keep going with the show. Ida, oh, no, we're not going to keep going with the show. We're going to say goodbye to the folks on YouTube. The YouTube broadcast's about to end. Thank you, YouTubers, for coming and watching. But this is the end of the show. Hope you're a lot like your traditions are good ones, and I hope that you found whether you're like or different from everyone else's traditions. We've suggested other videos if you're watching the recorded version of this, so you can click over there and you'll get more suggestions. There's also down below, we've got some other suggestions of videos you can watch. So thanks for stopping by. We're going to continue on Facebook for now. YouTube, we're going to say you're uniquely the same, I'm uniquely the same. Together, we could change the world. See you.